Hi everyone, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time tuning in. I hope you guys are all having a great day and a great week, and we're back with another apartment build. We're back with another family apartment, and we're actually in the arts quarter this time, and we're actually going to be building in the family where the Jang family usually lives. So Billy, yeah, I believe it's 𝘕𝘍𝘭𝘰𝘢𝘐 and Anaya, I think is the Sims names. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I'm probably mispronouncing them horribly. But yeah, we're building in their apartment. I can't exactly remember the apartment name, but it will be up in the top left-hand corner of the screen as always, and I will have it in the description as well. But yeah, we're going to be building a 3-bedroom, I think it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment if memory serves, because yeah, I did build this quite a while ago. This is another one of my pre-recorded videos from late last year because yeah, I have been pre-recording like I've been mentioning in practically every single video. But I feel like I need to mention it in every video because people won't necessarily watch every video. So, you know, if they ended up skipping the previous one and watch this one, then they might be a little bit confused. But yeah, so this video is pre-recorded. I'm recording this way before Christmas as well. So it's quite a while ago from the time you guys are seeing it. But something that is really annoying about this apartment that I do want to point out before we go any further is that I have been having issues with I don't know if it's my recording software or if it's specifically only happening when I'm recording The Sims 4 or what it is, but I've been having issues where sometimes some of the clips that I record haven't been recording properly. So when I go to import them into my editing software, they end up being either blank or they're like 1 second long and there's no footage that I can use basically. So that ended up happening with this apartment, and I ended up losing the footage of the entire kitchen and dining room space that I built. Now, unfortunately, I didn't notice this until days after I had finished the apartment and I went to go and edit the video. And by that point, I decided that I wasn't going to redo the whole thing because honestly, at that point, I had gone on to build like 3 other apartments and I really didn't want to go back and redo something that I had already done and that I really liked how it turned out. I didn't want to take the chance that I would go back and like try and redo it and end up doing something differently and not liking it as much. So yeah, I do apologize, but I don't have any footage of the kitchen or dining room. But we have now moved on to the living room space. I also already finished the bathroom, and yeah, there is 3 bedrooms. I was correct in saying that there's 3 bedrooms. But yeah, so I will be showing the kitchen and the dining room space in a lot more detail at the end of the video in the little video tour that we always do. And of course, you can see little glimpses of it as we go through the apartment and furnish the rest of it. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that, you guys. If I had noticed that sooner, before I had continued with the rest of the apartment, I probably would have gone back and redone all of it if I had noticed it back then. But because I noticed it so late, there was no way I was going to go back and redo all of that because yeah, like I said, I really didn't want to do that. So yeah, I also built this just a couple of weeks after we got the 𝘤𝘰𝘮𝘐 kit, and it's also a little bit after we got the Gothic nursery kit, like the Goth nursery kit as well. And at that point, I hadn't really played around with either of those kits all that much. So I decided that for this apartment, I was really going to embrace the 𝘤𝘰𝘮 kit and that kind of like warm, almost mid-century in a way kind of style with a lot of primary colors. So there's a lot of blue and yellow in this apartment especially. There's also some pops of orange as well, and then a lot of like neutral colors to almost like balance it out a little bit and make it not as overwhelming as it might have once been if I hadn't added a lot of like beige and white colors. But I really like the way this apartment turned out with all of the bright pops of color and things like that. And there's space for a lot of Sims in this apartment, you guys. I went a little bit overboard with the amount of Sims that you can fit in. But before I talk about that anymore, I want to say I'm really sorry if you can hear any background noise. It's currently very windy where I am, and I'm also doing laundry. I'm recording this just after the previous video that went out, so I am still doing laundry, and the laundry machine is like on the other side of the wall from where I am. So I apologize if you can hear any background noise. I don't know if it's the wind or the laundry machine. But yeah, I am doing laundry. I'm super busy, so I couldn't put it off any longer, and I really wanted to get these videos done. So yeah, apologies if there are any background noise. But back to this apartment. So for the bedrooms in this apartment, we're currently working on one of them. I decided to build a bedroom for a toddler and an infant because I really wanted to use the gothic, like goth nursery kit items. And I found that they came in some really cute pastel colors that really fit the vibe, or like the color scheme, I guess I should say, of this apartment really well, even though the items don't necessarily match the style of the other items in the apartment. The colors definitely did, so I decided to embrace that and go with it, and I really like the way it turned out. I add some decals to the walls and just make it like a really cute, fun, kind of like cozy space to be for the kids. And then we also have a kids bedroom, which we will be working on after this one, that I ended up making for 2 kids. I figured they would probably maybe be twins, and they would share that bedroom. So there's a couple of bunk beds, there's a desk that they both share that I did a little bit of a trick with that you will see as we go on, but I did playtest it. It does work perfectly well. Both seats work perfectly well. So yeah, I playtested the whole build, so everything works. But yeah, so we've moved on to the kids bedroom. Like I said, there's a little bunk bed, and a lot of this bedroom is very like blue and white in color scheme. I figured, I don't know if it would be 2 boys or 2 girls or a boy and a girl. I figured it doesn't really matter. I thought maybe one of them likes blue and pink, the other one maybe likes blue and green. So, you know, the color scheme meshed pretty well. And I kind of just furnished the bedroom based around the color scheme rather than the exact Sims, for example, that I thought might live here. So yeah, we have a kid's bedroom, and then the last bedroom that we're going to be furnishing is going to be the parents' bedroom. And in that bedroom, I actually end up putting a little nursery corner as well. So obviously we already have the toddler and infant bedroom, but in the main bedroom, I ended up putting in a bassinet as well. So I thought, you know, maybe the Sims that live here, maybe their baby hasn't quite aged up into an infant yet, but they have the infant's bed, like the infant's part of the bedroom, like of the infant and toddler bedroom. I figured maybe they have that part of the bedroom just set up for when the baby turns into an infant. Or maybe they have 2 children, a toddler, an infant, and a newborn baby. That is also entirely possible. It would be an absolute nightmare to play with a household like that, with a toddler, an infant, and a newborn in it. But that is up to you to do if that is something that you so wish. If you decide that you want to be a masochist and put yourself through that, who am I to judge? But I will not be doing it myself because that is an absolute nightmare. So yeah, just something that I thought I would throw out there. There is space for basically every single life stage, if I'm being completely honest, because the kids' bedroom could very easily be for a child and a teenager. So yeah, that could also be the case. So, you know, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Obviously, you're free to, you know, change up any of the bedrooms or the apartment layout or anything like that as you need for your Sims. Obviously, you're always free to do that with any of my builds. Just don't re-upload them, is all that I ask. But we've now moved on to the final bedroom, which is obviously the main bedroom. We're going to add the parents' bed and then this little like nursery corner for the newborn. And there's also a couple of cat items. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did put some cat trees and like pet beds and things like that throughout the apartment. So I thought maybe this family also has a cat. You know, just adding to the craziness as if the household wasn't busy enough as it was. They also have a pet. So yeah, you know, there's a lot going on in this space, and I would not want to play with a family with this dynamic myself. I feel like I would end up tearing my hair out after like the first 3 sim days. But yeah, you know, to each their own. If that's something you want to play with, then go right ahead. Or, you know, if you're just, you know, starting off with a couple of, you know, with a couple and they just want to have a big family, then, you know, you have a lot of space to expand into. But yeah, so that is going to basically be it for this little like speed build portion of the build. If you guys want to download the build, it is up on the gallery. My gallery ID as well as the gallery link and the build information, all of that stuff will be in the description as always. But yeah, so obviously all of that stuff in the description, and I will be going into the game in just a moment to give you guys a live tour of the build and show you, you know, some things that you might not have been able to see properly with the video all sped up, and of course also show you the kitchen and dining room because I messed up the footage somehow and I really want to show that off because that was the first room that I did and I really loved it, and it kind of set the mood for the entire rest of the apartment. So yeah, with all of that said, let's go on ahead and jump on into the game and take a proper look at it. So here we are with the finished apartment, and I can finally show you guys the kitchen and dining room that I love so much that didn't end up making it into the speed build portion. So yeah, when you go into the front of the apartment, this is the Hakim house apartment. It's 121 Hakim house in the arts district. So this is where the Jang family originally lives. But yeah, as you come in, you have the laundry right off to the side because you walk straight into the kitchen area for a change. So yeah, you walk in and we have the little kitchen area. I love the way this turned out. This gives me such cozy family vibes for some reason, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, so we have a little backsplash, we have the kitchen. I use a combination of like parenthood stuff and things from like the, I don't know what, the Home Chef Hustle pack, and I think this fridge is from, I think Life and Death actually. But I'm obsessed with the Life and Death fridge. I've been using it everywhere. But yeah, so we have that. We have some post-its on the fridge and all of that stuff. And then we have a little island counter with the sink in it. We have some pet bowls because, like I said, I thought this family would have a cat or something like that. And yeah, we have a little end table over here right by the front door for your keys or whatever. And then we have the dining room space that's kind of, you know, the same room obviously as the kitchen, but we have a big dining room table for the whole family. Even has a high chair for the toddler and infant. And then off of this area we have the one and only bathroom. So yeah, this bathroom would probably be super busy in the morning when everyone needs to get ready for work and school and all of that stuff, but that isn't my problem. So yeah, they all have to share this one bathroom, which in my opinion is quite realistic as someone who grew up in a lot of like big houses with like a big family, and a lot of the times there were like 7 or 8 of us that had to share maybe like 1 or 2 bathrooms. It can get chaotic, like it can get chaotic very fast. But it's also very realistic. So yeah, we have a big bathroom over here with a walk-in shower. We have the cat litter box, you know, laundry baskets, everything that they would need, toddler potty, all of that stuff. And then the first bedroom that we have is actually going to be the parents' bedroom, but we're going to take a look at the living space first. So you walk through this archway and you have a kind of like office corner space almost. So we have a desk over there, a little like cat tree for the cat, a little play mat for the infant. We even have an activity board for the scouts because I thought maybe one or both of the kids were in the scouts. We have a chess table, and then obviously the big living room space where there's a lot of toys around, a lot of clutter, all of that stuff. But yeah, I really love the way it turned out. I love the combination of this like parenthood couch with the cozy kitchen couch. Even though they aren't the same styles and they don't match obviously, and they're not even the same colors, I love the combination of the colors for some reason. And I love how none of the like living room items, like none of the couches or chairs or stuff actually match, but they all still work together somehow. I love that. It gives it such a cozy, realistic vibe that I just adore. But yeah, so that's the living room space. There's even some like I even put some decals on the wall that makes it look like maybe the toddler or someone had been sticking stickers on the wall and like playing over there and making a mess. But yeah, so the first bedroom that we have off of the kitchen slash dining area is the main bedroom. And like I said, there is this little like nursery corner for a newborn. And then it's very simply decorated, you know, just a bed for the parents. There isn't even a dresser in here because I thought that would probably function as a dresser, or they would, you know, store their clothes somewhere else now that they have. Maybe they used to have a dresser in here and they've had to put it in storage or something and make another like arrangement for their clothes because they have to make space for the infant or like the newborn or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the parents' bedroom. And then next door we have the toddler and the infant's bedroom as well. So there's a lot more color in this room. But yeah, we have obviously toddler area and then the little infant's space as well. I did go ahead and upgrade the crib to have a little mobile on it as well. Hopefully that translates over or like downloads over once you grab it from the gallery. But it should upload with the upgrade like attached to it, I think. But yeah, so this is the little toddler and infant's bedroom. And then the last bedroom is actually the kids' bedroom. Like I said, that was for kind of like twins, I thought. Or maybe it's for a child and a teenager. But I thought it would be for two children, like twins. So yeah, we have two of them. And they do have like quite different personalities. Maybe the one that has the bottom bunk prefers maybe like scouts and like, you know, maybe they're a little bit more artsy, whereas the other one is maybe a little bit more into, I don't know, like photography or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I tried not to personalize it too much. I tried not to think about their personalities too much, I guess I should say, so that you guys could put whatever Sims you wanted into the space. But yeah, they do have a little desk area over here, and the way I did this is actually I actually sized down a one tile desk and then like scooted it into this one. So this is a normal desk, and then I sized this one down and made it so that it would fit underneath it. And I did playtest all of this and it all works perfectly fine. Both desks work perfectly fine, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that is basically this whole apartment, you guys. So we have the kids room, we have toddler room, main bedroom, all of that stuff. And here's a little floor plan shot for you as well in case you wanted to see that. But yeah, with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you know, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. A huge thank you to my channel members for all of your guys' continued support, and you know, it all really does mean the world to me. If you want to find out more about channel memberships and the various perks like early access to videos and early access to tray files, all of that stuff, then click on the link in the description or the little join button next to the subscribe button if you want to find out more. Because channel members actually got access to this video way before Christmas even. So you guys are seeing this in January, but they actually got to see it before Christmas because obviously I was pre-recording a little bit. So yeah, they got this early. And if that is something that you would like to be able to do in the future, then become a channel member. There's a couple of different tiers and they all have their own perks and things like that that you can look through. But yeah, I also wanted to remind you guys that I am part of the Support a Creator program, the EA Support a Creator program. So if there is one of the like Sims packs that you want to buy on the EA app or on the Sims website, or maybe, you know, you got some Christmas money or something like that and you want to spend it on some Sims packs, then you can actually go ahead and use my creator code, which is just Chrissie, when you check out, and then I will receive a small percentage of the sale. And that's just a really nice, easy way to support me and support the channel, and you know, something that you could easily do when you buy a new pack without having to pay anything extra, if that makes sense. So like, you can support me and the channel when you buy something for yourself without having to pay extra, if that makes sense. So like, you don't have to pay to become a member, you can just use my code and support the channel that way, if that is something that you feel like you want to do. But yeah, with all of that said, this build is up on the gallery. All of that information is in the description as always. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.